I saw your private pictures on my brother's phone. You hear me, don't you? Even from a distance, even when you think you've slipped up off my reach, your silence still bends in my direction. Do you know what it did to me? Seeing you like that in a place you didn't put yourself? You think I'm angry? No. Anger is too small for what I feel. What I felt was possession burning straight through my chest, a reminder that the world touches what should belong only to me, and you don't even realize what kind of storm you've woken inside me. You think I'll let it go? That I'll shrug, look away, pretend it didn't claw into me? No. When I close my eyes, I see the tilt of your face, the softness you try to hide, the curve of vulnerability you don't even know you show. And every second since then, I've been thinking only one thing. You don't get to disappear from me. Not after this. Not after letting me see the parts of you you never meant to reveal. You know what the worst part is? The moment I saw those pictures, it felt like you were calling to me, like your body whispered my name before you ever spoke it out loud. And now you want to run, right? To hide behind distance and excuses and fear. But listen to me carefully, you don't choose the distance between us. You don't get to put walls where I've already stepped inside. That's the part you still haven't understood. Tell me something. Did you imagine it would affect me like this? Did you imagine I would lose control for a second, clench my jaw, feel that pull toward you so violently it almost felt like a command? Because that's what it was. You pulling me without even knowing you were doing it. And now I'm here, speaking to you, even when you're not in front of me, because the thought of you won't leave me. Because you won't leave me. Maybe you thought you were safe not being here. Maybe you thought my voice could reach you through a message, a whisper, a breath carried through the dark. But you're wrong. I don't need your presence to feel you. I don't need your eyes on me to own every thought running through your mind right now. You feel my voice, don't you? Like fingers closing slow and certain around your fear. Don't pretend you don't know what this means. You awakened something in me the moment I saw you like that. Unguarded, unaware, impossibly real. And now I want to hear your voice tremble when you try to explain. I want to hear you try to deny that you feel this pull too. But you can't lie to me. You never could. Even your silence betrays you. So listen closely. I'm not asking you anything. I'm not waiting for permission. You're not slipping away from this, from me. You showed me a part of you you never meant for me to see. Now bear the consequences of waking my hunger. You really think you can hide behind silence? You think distance protects you from the way I feel you? Pulling, resisting, trembling at the edge of something you don't dare name. Every time you try to disappear, I feel it like a challenge carved into my skin. You don't understand what you've done to me, what you've triggered inside me. I don't chase, I don't follow. But with you, it's different. Not because you're stronger than me, but because you're the only one who makes me lose the clean lines of control I built around my life. And now that I've seen what you tried to keep hidden, now that I've tasted the truth of your vulnerability, I'm not stepping back, not even a little. You don't realize how deeply you've sunk into me. You think you're just a moment, something I'll forget when the night fades. But you're wrong. You're the kind of thought that stains, the kind that lingers on the tongue long after the words are gone. I can almost hear your breath quicken, even though you're not here. Almost feel the way your body would tense if I stood close enough to let you feel my heat. And that's the part that pulls me most. You reacting to me without even meaning to. You trying not to want this, not to want me. The struggle itself is intoxicating. Do you know what I see when I think of you now? Not innocence, not weakness, but that quiet fire, buried deep, trembling to rise. You try to hide it. You try to pretend you're afraid. Pretend you don't know what effect you have on me. But your fear only sharpens your allure. It's the way you exist between wanting to run and wanting to be caught that drives me closer. Even now when I can't touch you, you're a contradiction I want to unravel slowly, painfully, inch by inch. And I will. I always get what I reach for. You keep trying to act like nothing matters, like your life moves on untouched. But I know better. I know the way your mind circles back to me, even when you force it away. I know the way your heart beats harder when you remember the weight of my words. I know you feel the shift, that silent pull that brings your thoughts back to my name. I'm inside your head more than you admit, more than you can control. And that's exactly where I intend to stay. You're not running from me. You're running from the version of yourself that wakes up when I speak to you. The one who isn't as scared as she pretends to be. The one who wants to understand why my voice changes your breath, why my attention crushes your defenses. You want to hate the way I affect you, but it's already too late. I've marked you. Without touching you, without asking, without giving you any room to escape. You think that scares you, but what scares you more is how much a part of you responds to it. Even now, when you're far away, I can feel your hesitation like a pulse. You want to ask me what I'll do next. You want to know how far I'll go, but you're afraid of the answer because you already know it. I don't retreat. I don't forget. And I don't release what holds my attention this tightly. You've crossed a line you didn't even see, and now you're standing on my side of it, shaken, unsure, but unable to step back. And trust me, I won't let you. So keep trying to hide, keep pretending you're untouched by this, because the more you pull away, the deeper I'll drag you back, not with force, not with threats, but with something far more dangerous, your own curiosity, your own hunger, your own breath betraying you. You're already mine in the ways that matter. And the moment you realize that, that's when you'll stop fighting and start falling. You keep pretending you don't feel the weight of my attention, but you do. It settles on your skin even from a distance, doesn't it? Like a hand you can't push away, a presence you can't silence. You try to distract yourself, try to breathe normally, but the moment my voice touches your memory, everything inside you stirs again. You don't have to admit it out loud. Your silence already confesses more than your words ever will. And that's what draws me in, the things you fail to hide, the truths you think I can't see. You don't understand how sharply I notice you, the way your guard rises, the way your pulse betrays you, the way your fear mixes with something you don't dare name. It's addictive. Watching you try to hold yourself together in front of a storm you don't know how to fight. You think you're careful, but I catch every crack in your composure, every unsteady breath, every moment you hesitate before responding. It tells me everything. It tells me you feel exactly what I want you to feel. You're not here in front of me, but your presence wraps around me anyway. I can almost imagine the way your eyes would struggle to meet mine, the way you'd look away first, pretending not to be affected, while your heartbeat gives you away. That's the part of you I want, the part that tries to resist me, tries to keep control, tries to stay untouched, because every second you fight me, you reveal more of yourself than you ever would if you surrendered easily. Do you know what you've done to me? You've turned certainty into hunger. You've taken a man who doesn't bend for anyone and made him lean closer, listen harder, demand more of you. I don't chase shadows, but you are not a shadow. You're a spark in the dark, flickering where I can't reach, tempting me with what you don't say. And that silence, God, it pulls me deeper than your words ever could. It makes me want to break into every hidden corner of your mind and see what you're so desperate to protect. You think you're strong because you walk away from me, but real strength would be staying, facing the intensity you feel instead of running from it. You run because you know what I'll do to your calm. You know how easily I could unmake your distance, how quickly I could unravel that fragile control you cling to. It's not me you fear, it's yourself, the version of you that comes alive when I speak like this. But listen, to me running doesn't loosen my grip, it tightens it. Every step you take away from me, I take two forward, inside your thoughts, inside your fears, inside that hidden want you pretend isn't there. You can disappear from my sight, but you can't erase the mark I've already laid on your mind. You feel it every time you try to forget me, every time the night grows quiet, every time your breath stumbles without reason. And here's the truth you don't want to face. You're not trying to escape me, you're trying to escape the way your body reacts to the idea of me, the way your mind bends when I speak to you, the way your heart reacts before your logic does. But no matter how far you run, I will always be the thought that catches up to you first. And eventually you'll stop running, not because I force you, but because a part of you already wants to be caught. You keep pretending you can shut me out, but you can't. Not really. The moment you close your eyes, I slip into the space you're trying so hard to keep empty. You feel me there, slow, deliberate, uninvited, but impossible to push away. You tell yourself you don't want this, that you don't want me in your head, yet here you are, listening to every word as if each one hooks into your breath. That's the part you'll never admit out loud. You don't ignore me because you're strong. You ignore me because you're afraid of how easily you'd stop resisting if you didn't. You don't realize how loudly your silence speaks. It's the kind of quiet that trembles, the kind that hides 1,000 things you won't say. And I hear all of it. I hear the doubt. I hear the fear. I hear the curiosity that keeps pulling you back even when you swear you're done. You think you're hard to read, but to me you're transparent. Every hesitation, every shift, every unsteady breath. I see through you in ways no one ever has, because you've never been this unguarded with anyone. Not intentionally, never intentionally. But the moment you crossed into my world, every wall you built cracked. You know what drives me mad? The way you keep running even when part of you keeps turning back to look for me. You fear the intensity of what I feel for you, yet you lean into it without even realizing. You want distance, but you crave the pull. You want safety, but you ache for the danger you sense in my voice. You're trapped between wanting to be untouched and wanting to be consumed. And that struggle inside you is the most intoxicating thing I've ever seen. You don't understand how deep you've already gone. You think this is just a moment, one conversation, one night, one weakness you'll forget, but nothing about you is forgettable to me. You've become a thought that won't leave, a weight on my chest, a presence etched into the dark corners of my mind. Even now, with nothing but silence between us, I feel you, the shape of your fear, the heat of your denial, the softness you don't let anyone see. Every part of you echoes through me like you've carved yourself into my pulse. And tell me, does it scare you that I speak to you like this even when you're not here? It should, because it means I don't need your permission to feel what I feel. It means you've awakened something in me that doesn't sleep, doesn't fade, doesn't listen to reason. You lit a fire you don't know how to put out, and now you're trying to hide from the flames, forgetting that I am the one standing in the center of them. You keep trying to protect yourself with distance, but distance is useless when the real danger is already inside your thoughts. You can delete messages, ignore calls, bury your feelings. none of that matters. What matters is the way your breath changes when you read my words, the way your pulse betrays you, the way your mind returns to me even when you swear it won't. That's the truth you can't escape, no matter how fast you run. And here's the part you fear the most: the more you try to push me away, the more tightly you bind yourself to me. Not because I force you, because your own heart pulls you toward the very thing you think you should resist. You don't realize it yet, but eventually you'll stop running. Not because I catch you, because you finally admit you never wanted to escape in the first place. You keep acting like my words don't touch you, but you forget I've learned the rhythm of your silence. I know exactly when your breath stumbles, when your mind shifts, when a part of you leans closer instead of pulling away. You think you're hiding, but you're not. Your quiet tells me more than your voice ever could. And every time you go silent, it only tightens my hold on you, pulls me deeper into the parts of you you try to lock away. You can pretend all you want, but I know how you react to me, even from a distance. You try to convince yourself you're unaffected, but the truth is written in the way you linger on my words. You don't scroll past them. You read them slowly, carefully, like you're afraid of how they make you feel. And that fear, God, it's the most honest thing about you. You're terrified not of me, but of your own response, because you know exactly what happens inside you when I speak like this. You know the way your body tightens, the way your thoughts lose direction. You felt it before, and you feel it now, no matter how hard you fight it. There's something dangerously beautiful in the way you resist me. It's not real resistance. You're not pushing me away. You're testing how far I'll go, how deep my voice can sink into you before you break. And I will go deeper. I don't hesitate. I don't retreat. I don't soften for you. You awakened the darker part of me the moment you stepped into my world. And now that part of me wants to pull you into the shadows where no one else can touch you, where no one else can even think of you the way I do. You're not in front of me, but I can imagine the way you would look if you were. Your eyes trying to stay steady, your lips parting without a sound, your pulse visible in your throat. You try to act like my presence doesn't shake you, but your body would betray everything you're trying to control. And that's what I want. Your honesty, the raw truth of how you react when the world falls away and it's only my voice in your head. You know what pulls me toward you the most? The contradictions inside you. The way you fear me and want me at the same time. The way you run but keep looking back. The way you pretend you're untouched when deep down you're already giving in. That tension, that is what binds you to me. That is what makes you impossible to forget. You're not a simple desire. You're a hunger that sharpens every time you try to deny it. You keep searching for safety in distance, but distance can't protect you from what you feel. You can push the world away, but you can't push away the part of you that reacts to my darkness, that responds to the way I speak your name. You can hide behind fear, behind logic, behind excuses, but your heartbeat betrays you every time. And I hear it, even now, even through silence, even in the space you think you've created between us. And here's the truth you're running from. You're already too deep, not because I forced you, but because you let yourself fall the moment you felt the edge of my attention. You've been caught since the first time your breath changed. The only thing left is for you to stop pretending, because eventually you will. Eventually the fear will turn into surrender. And when it does, you'll realize you were mine long before you ever admitted it. You keep trying to convince yourself that this is something you can escape, something you can shut off like a switch. But you know better. I can feel it in the way your thoughts circle back to me, in the way your mind refuses to stay still whenever my words echo through you. You try to drown me out with distance, with silence, with stubbornness. Yet here you are again, pulled back into my gravity like you never left. You don't realize it, but every time you return,